Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and today I'll be talking about a Shock Bulwark build for patch 10.2 of Space Marine 2. Now, Shock Bulwark is better as of patch 10.0 plus because proccing this perk here, Merciless Resolve, for the no knockback effect is far easier with Shield Rush now, and that actually really does benefit this build a ton, because things like Emergency Countermeasure and the perk over here, Defensive Advantage and Shock and Awe, can really stack up for a lot of damage, and previously you would be losing out on quite a bit of no knockback if you didn't take Armor Advance at times, so actually really did help out this build quite a bit, the Shield Rush mechanic and this perk here. Now, for the melee weapon, I do take a block power sword, but I'll be honest guys, you can use whatever weapon you want. You don't have to use a power sword here. You can use the axe, fist, thunderhammer even, or even like the chain sword here. It's really up to you. And now for the block power sword, I did take the top tree here with armored strength, moving here into the perk Master of Offense. After switching sword combat style, you deal 20% more melee damage for 5 seconds. Cooldown is 10 seconds. 20% more melee damage off of a combat style switch out of lunge is actually pretty easy to pull a power rake off with. So a little bit of a bonus damage buff there to your power rake, which is pretty nice. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength for 5% more melee damage. Then we take the same perk down here once again for a total of 10% more melee damage. Then I pick up the perk here, Tranquility. While in power roll stance, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back. This perk is kind of redundant with the perk Merciless Resolve. We do have to pick it up to take the perk over here, Melee Onslaught. This weapon deals 10% more melee damage, and then we pick up the perk after this, which is called Hard Target. While performing a light combo, you take 15% less range damage. 15% less range damage is actually pretty valuable in this game, but I will say this is probably the worst on the block weapon because 3+ speed is not super fast in this game, but if you are taking like a fencing or balance version even, it can be a bit better, so just keep that in mind. And the final perks I grab here are Cutting Edge. Power Rake deals 50% more melee damage, Power Rake by far being the strongest attack on the Power Sword. This one is an amazing perk, and the perk after this is Extremis Slayer, Majora Slayer, and Terminus Slayer for a pretty no-brainer damage buff to our weapon here. And the final perk is Power Restoration. Power style attacks restore 100% more contested health. You can either take this one or the perk up here, Speed Restoration. Both of these are, it's really up to you. Both of these are pretty decent. I do want to mention the perk down here, Minora Slayer. Melee damage against Minora's level enemies increases by 20%. Not really that valuable because Minora's kind of gets shit on by the Power Sword anyways, so I kind of skip over this for that reason. Now for the secondary weapon selection here, we do once again take the Rate of Fire Plasma Pistol. I know, very shocking if you've watched this channel before, but this weapon is incredibly powerful. The CHP recovery, the damage, the stagger, all top tier. Amazing weapon, and the only thing holding it back is once again the ammo economy, which is why we build the perk tree the same way as we have in pretty much every other video, which is taking all the top perks here, picking up things like Perpetual Velocity, shots charged 20% faster, and grabbing the extra perk down here, Plasma Collection, for even more energy reserves, and the final perk, Divine Might, for that bonus damage. Now for our perk tree, I do pick up the perk Conviction first. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. This perk is incredible, and especially on a shock build, I would pick this up because we are giving up things like Steel Within and Armor Reinforcement to actually take defensive advantage here. And without one of these two perks, you're not super tanky on the Bulwark outside of your base 30% HP increase, so grabbing this perk does help a ton. Now obviously you could pick up Intimidating Aura if you wanted to. This perk is very clearly OP, but on this build, I would probably grab some damage reduction here. Now next perk here is Shock and Awe. Enemies in the shock area take 25% more damage. This perk is pretty good on this build because we get double benefit from things like Defensive Advantage and Emergency Countermeasure, but I will say if you have a tactical on your team with the Secure Stockpile perk and you find a Shock Grenade, you are just going to be going crazy with this, so great perk for sure in that scenario, but on our own it's still pretty decent. Next perk here is Defensive Advantage. A perfect time parry, block, or dodge creates a shock area for 5 seconds. Cooldown is 30 seconds. Now this perk actually does some work at times, but I will say 30 seconds is a really long cooldown for this perk effect. I really do think Saber should buff the cooldown of this at least a little bit, like down to like 20 seconds or so, because right now the cooldown is incredibly long, especially when compared to perks like Steel Within and Armor Reinforcement and how much benefit they actually grant you. But for this build, it's kind of a no-brainer because we're going full shock. Now, for the team perk selection, I do grab Focus Restoration. Every 30 seconds, all squad members automatically restore 1 armor segment. This is the main form of armor regen on this build, and without things like the Armor Reinforcement perk down here or Steel Within for more damage reduction, kind of a no-brainer to pick this up, but you could take Advanced Conditioning or even effective formation if you want to. Now, for the gear perk tree, we do grab Purity of Purpose. The banner deals damage over time to enemies within its area of effect. This perk is incredible. It simply turns your banner into another shock grenade. Unfortunately, I don't think this benefits from the shock and op perk at all, but still does significant damage to Majoris, Extremis, and even Terminus at times, and completely wipes Minoris. Now, the next perk here is Glory Shield. All of your squad members within the banner's area of effect take 20% less damage, and the banner lasts 20% longer. I actually love this perk. I think the perk up here, Concussive Force, is better this patch, but this perk kind of takes away the identity of your build, because it basically turns you into a Shield Bash, Shield Rush machine, which is like not a bad thing for like gameplay purposes, but for fun, I don't like it a lot, which is why I prefer this one. And this perk gives you way more benefit out of your banner, especially the perk over here, Purity of Purpose, which I do like the combo here quite a bit. The next perk here is Merciless Resolve. After a Shield Bash, Shield Rush, or Thunder Hammer Pommel Smash, melee damage increases by 15%. You do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. This is a total enabler for your build here. Without this, you have no knockback, which sucks ass, so I would definitely take this every time. It is way easier to proc now with the new Shield Rush attack. Now, for the final perk here in the signature perk tree, we do take Emergency Countermeasure. When your armor is fully depleted, a reserve shock grenade automatically detonates at your position. Cooldown is 90 seconds. This one is actually underrated. Having a shock grenade drop down at your feet when like your armor breaks is super valuable at times. It can help you pick up executes you'd otherwise be unable to. And, you know, really any perk effect that says on armor break, you get X benefit. Assuming the benefit is good enough, it's in like the best scenario ever, because usually when your armor breaks in Space Marine 2, it's when you're about to get fucked up. So great perk for sure. Now, for the Prestige perk tree, I do skip over Auxiliary Reload on this build, mainly because if you're playing in a team, you really don't need this perk that much outside of Siege mode, so I just kind of skip over this to take Resilience instead. Medicae stims restore 40% more HP. Having more valuable stims in this game just makes the pickup economy better overall, so great perk for sure. Next perk here is Overcharge. Charge attack damage increases by 20%. This perk will affect the power rake of your Power Sword and your Shield Rush ability, so really good synergy there. And the final two perks I grab are Powerful Shot for a range damage increase of 20%, and Masterful Defense, which is ability charge restored by 1% for every blocked range attack. CDR perks in this game are kind of OP, and this one is no different, especially versus Chaos. This one overperforms. You get like your banner back entirely from a single Soul Reaper cannon. Really useful option and top tier for sure. And that's pretty much all there is to this build, guys. The Shock build may not be the overall strongest build for Bulwark, but it is really fun. And once again, if you don't want to take the Power Sword here, you could just take like a Power Axe. I think this one is super fun, and even without the Power Stance on the block version, it's still very strong for damage. If you want to take like Balance for fencing, you can definitely do that too. And I would probably just build it down the top tree here if you're going for like a fencing build, and the bottom tree if you're going for pure damage. But that's pretty much all there is for this one, guys. Hopefully this build guide helped, and if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye. I'm going to love the new Heroic Chainsword. New Heroic Chainsword is good. Like, it's not top tier, but it is good. Alright, let's... Holy moly. Alright, let's go through here. We have no ammo, so this does kind of suck. There's going to be an ammo crate down there most likely, but... Alright, he's going to go and do his little thing here. And then we're probably going to get the second wave. Depending. And I'm just going to pull them all over here. I kind of wanted that second wave. Also, what's up, Lieutenant Matt? Other guy got Neuro right here when he got this one immediately after Carnifex, both turn me before even the camp. Yeah, that's why I usually just pull them over here, because you can't get back-to-back terminus spawns, or simultaneous terminus spawns, I should say. You can definitely get back-to-back, like you were saying. So if you pull them over here, you won't get another one immediately after, because you just got the mission. What's up, FTG? Not much, Matt. We're just gaming. Fucking gaming. It's an interesting time. I'm gonna absolutely shank this guy with my power weapon. Alright, oh, ho, ho, ho. Nice try. Eat that lightning. You like that shit?
Where shall I start this plan?
Here, let's double it up.
This galaxy's the door to the power.
Ah, this is kind of gross. What the fuck am I in? That was really foolish of me. Should have done that. If I could hit him with the, I got really greedy. I wanted to hit him with the power rake. Alright, now just gotta... There we go. Okay. What kind of builds are you running? Shield Rush, a Shock build? Yeah, we're running Shock. Shock is actually a lot better now because you can trigger Merciless Resolve for no knockback, and like Armored Advance became a lot more redundant because of that. Also, what's up, Comrade Snowball? Does the AoE damage extend upwards? Looks like your flag was damaging the neuro whilst it was well up in the air. Yes, it does. A little bit. There's like an upper limit, but... God. I find block knife better now than what? Okay, once the boss is gone, this first boss area can be a real ammo drought.
Ready to deploy.
Games give 0 stim and relics and straight up gives you 2 terminus back to back in World Lictor and Darkness mod. Absolute bonkers. Yeah. The first week we can do that. Oh, get shit on. If you, how come you're not using relic? What do you mean? Is there a relic here? You mean the heroic? Oh, that's awkward. What a waste of HP. Offers thanks. What's up, Ed? Block knife is my favorite melee weapon in the game. I like it more than the power sword functionally, but power sword looks cooler. I think the power sword is way better than the knife these days. I think the knife's only good on, only like top on, what's his face? Yeah, the heroic because block's better. But I don't think any weapons are really that much better than are better than block in this game for the most part.
That silenced the Tyranid's fire chittering.
All right, let's go over here. The stagger of block, especially versus Tyranid, is just too good. Honestly, versus all factions, it's really, really good. Okay, let's go down here.
Approaching the Astra military.
Grab the no ammo crate or the no crate here. God damn. That sucks. I can't get the timing of block down for the life of me. It's just 28 frames. Pretty forgiving.
You need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or
How do you deal with all the
otherwise.
low-level trash enemies with the Bulwark with the Power Fist, especially Zangor is really annoying? You can just, like, uncharge your Power Fist and one-shot them. Or you just block them and then just, like, punch them in the face. You can still perfect block the Zangors and stuff like that. FUG, do you reckon they'll add a bit more to the Depth Watch armor pieces? Maybe, if that's like the redacted one.
Our adversary denies us any advantage. Equipment is in shambles. Try searching the bodies.
Oh, ho, ho. Good shit on. Will all her melee weapons be better as block over balance? Yes. Yes, they would be.
This looks promising.
On Tyrants, it's fine because I can focus on majorities in the area and make them
Proceed to
die.
the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition
Yeah, Purple Block is
preparations.
fine, but you're surrounded by 30 of them with no flag on true solo, so making me hit a wall. Well, just watch. I would just watch gameplay if people are doing a true solo, and then you can see how they do it. Mine or others. My first to Arcadian. What's up, Cobant? What makes you think I'm Acadian?
Behold, the supremacy of
Alright, this is probably a stem. Yeah. We do have a 40% increase in recovery on, so we're actually in a pretty strong spot right now.
beast is down.
I might have missed a relic back there, but whatever. Okay. Ammo cache.
Waste nothing, brothers.
First tour Heretic Cadian. Are most Cadians Imperial Guard? I mean, technically, yeah. But there's a lot of Imperial Guard besides Cadians. Got Catachans. Got Kriegsmen. What do they call them? The Vestroyan. The Vestroyan Guard. Alright, we'll keep that there in case we get like some Nightmare Horde. Hello, how are you doing on this wonderful Wednesday playing some Space Marine 2 with your Aquarian Space Marine? Looks cool and amazing. You're playing game. I am indeed playing game, David. How are you doing on this fine Wednesday? Yellow Historian, Valhalla, Steel Legion. Steel Legion got the fit, that is for sure. They have the fit. Get fucking bonked.
We crush the ravenous brood.
Very much for the blood classes, true. Lucifer Black, so not much lore about them. Oh god, look at these. Oh, this is spooky. Alright, what's spawning? Raveners.
This galaxy is the yours.
Alright, definitely felt bad. If you had Intimidating Aura, they'd be dead, but
The soil no longer treads at the ravenous presence.
I just find this build, if you take Intimidating Aura on a shock build, you lose so much damage reduction. And damage reduction, we'd be dead without it right now. That boss fight. As far as I know, Lucifer Black is a regiment which protect Terra along the Custodies. We don't even have official art of them. They're kind of like Cathay, though worse. Maybe Total War Warhammer 40k will give us the Lucifer Black. If it ever comes out. Or gets announced. But like, surely it must be coming. And Grill Knights into the Neurothrope to not get nuked by the Average Priest. You just run away after he gets down. What are the criteria for not using it? You counter for it. I mean, just dodge the wave. You dodge the wave or you move out of range of it. That's what you have to do. Depends which position you're like a better spot for.
That silence.
Oh my god, they're all coming. Tyrannocytes have brought the horde. Renat's house, thank you for the I didn't even say that right. Thank you for the prime sub. Oh god. Dude, what in the fuck? Oh, actually, I'm actually really happy to have that shock there, because that helps a ton. I'll have to wave this Screech that does permanent AoE damage, just back away from it. Alright. There are also some weapons that can like out-heal it a little bit. Like Stalker Bolt Rifle and Tactical can do that. Plasma Pistol can do that. It's a little bit riskier if you overheat. Actually, what's your opinion on Old Spice? I mean, it's okay, I guess. Pretty mid. Well. Shockfield looks shockingly impressive, am I right? Alright, you're banned. Never say it. We don't talk like that in this chat. No puns allowed. No fun. Fun police. This man right here. There we go. That's a well-deserved. We're kidding. We're not that draconian here. Send this man to the Death Company. You'll be a servitor by the evening.
Talassa, aliens are running out of time. How close are you to the premium facility?
Entering the refinery, Clyde.
You are making good time. You're going to need it.
But dad humor is best, only if you're a dad. Do you play tabletop? I haven't played in a long time. I'd probably play on tabletop sooner more than anything. I wouldn't really buy the models recently. I like talking about the models and looking at them. But I only have time to paint.
Operations were close before the guard was wiped out.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the grid Promethean well. Cautiously. If you know what is good for you.
So to shout Cadia Sands every 2 seconds. That's one of the benefits of being a servitor. I mean, really, at the end of the day, you're just serving the Emperor. Like, that should be enough, no? Old Spice is the McDonald's of hygiene. Most known American least cheapest, widely available cheap, and not that good. Interesting description of Old Spice. Never really thought about it that way. Oh god. Cadia has fallen. Cadia has fallen many a time. With how often people bring it up. Cadia stands, actually. Alright, dude, fuck these guys. Fuck you. Fuck you. Keep this. Look at them hiding. They know, dude. They're afraid of the plasma. They know the power this weapon possesses. Dumbass bitch. Let's go into... your world. Cadia stands is more like of a bed battle cry. By the way, consider making a melee weapon guide. Some weapons have like 1 or 2 moves for the best to use in most situations. It'd be nice for new players to know the playstyle for them. Probably could do that. I thought there are other videos on that though. I know Sturm puts out some. They're pretty good for that. I more so cover just general build guides and like funny gameplay. I could.
That silenced the Tyranids nearing generator 3.
Magic vibrations emitting from generator 3.
Oh ho ho.
Great. Bring it into harmony of timing.
Oh wait. Oh fuck, this generator. I'm getting so enticed by murdering these guys. Hold on.
I can shield but one
Fuck
generator
you
at a
for
time.
distracting me by dying. You're just too fun to kill, warriors. What can I say? Let's go over. And you see this.
X-axis aligned by the Omnissiah's will.
This is a precise operation. We will have to hold it. Skitter to the grave, Xenos fiend.
How would the Imperium react to Pacific Rim Jaegers? Probably like, why is their plasma so weak, and then kill them. What GPU do you have? I'm using the 5070 with Frame Gen 2X. I don't know the difference in latency, but it can absolutely fairly well. But I think you got a beast of a GPU XT. You can see my whole setup, or like the most important parts of my setup on my Twitch in the description if you're curious. And for those of you on YouTube, I am also streaming on Twitch as well. If you want to follow me there, if not already. Oh god. By the way, guardsman, is just me or Xenophase blade is so slow that you were just better with the relic power source, just skill issue and time charge attacks? Probably skill issue to be honest, but it is a little bit slow.
The deed is nearly done.
No, it's not so slow it doesn't work. It's still a very good weapon. That's proper positioning and timing. But it is a little harder. It is a little clunkier, so it's not entirely your fault. Imperial Fist, Bulwark, Giga Chad. Yes, Prime. Yes, Prince Vega. Prince Vega. You understand.
Bomb is in place.
There is an observation platform overlooking the
If he didn't fall, he wouldn't have gotten a Rabute back, so a win. I mean, Rabute Gilliman coming back is like the biggest win the Imperium's had. And arguably, like, 10,000 years. Getting back a Primarch is a pretty big fucking deal. There's a reason he kind of became like the de facto ruler of the Imperium after. I mean, it's basically like, let's put it this way. Getting a Primarch back is like getting the greatest mind in your entire civilization back, and he's also your de facto ruler now.
No ordinance. Feel your mark.
I actually can't melt a bomb this guy here.
That one is calling reserve forces. Enemy reserves incoming. Prepare to strike them down.
Alright, let's gotta kill this guy. Lock in here for a sec. Alright, now they've flown over here. I can get at least one of them. We do have the Holy Melt-A-Bomb.
Our banner awaits transformers.
If your logistics and paperwork hell, and they got back the 1D, the Pathfinder loves that shit, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They got back Rabute Gilliman. Who does paperwork better than him? Answer is nobody. Let's kill this guy. Or at least try to. I've gotten pretty close. You fucking idiot. You're all brain. You couldn't think of it was a bad idea. You couldn't think it was a bad idea to land like 2 feet in front of me. Dude, the hive mind doesn't matter if you have a hive mind. The hive mind's like 40 IQ.
It's good.
Like the lion more though. The lion is just like S tier and aura. You know, I should do that. I should do a tier list. All Primarchs ranked based on aura. Lion and Sanguinius clear. Maybe like Lehman Russ is A tier. He'd be A tier. Night Lords. Yeah, if we're ranking chapter, where do we rank the chapters based on aura? Like, who's got the most aura? I think Night Lords have to be S because Night Lords were like actually so horrifying to people that they would surrender their planet just like the idea of them being there. Lion has S tier autism. Grey Knights. That and the Xeno waifu. What the fuck are we talking? Oh yeah, the what's your face? The Eldari. Imperium upgraded to Microsoft Excel Pro and got their Primarch back. That's what I'm saying. They should really. Oh, this is annoying. Oh, look at all that free AoE. We just get whacked around. Doesn't even matter. Shit on. Nice try, loser. Death Guard could be high. Does it get higher than... who would be the highest? I mean, Dark Angels were up there. They did start off like a whole war. That's pretty damn good. Stopping a whole war is pretty good. We like that. Death Guard aura so smick. Yeah, it's true. They do actually have like a literal stench. An aura of stench. I mean, like, I think I have aura when I have the flu, just because, like, nobody wants to be the fuck around me. So, like, they have that times 10. Fastman is pretty cool, very underrated threat. Ava Dominic's Nox. And Blade Angels have top tier aura. They definitely do. They have the Black Rage and Red Thirst. Alright, Stims. So that probably makes it a boss fight we get into up here better. Hopefully we don't get back-to-back Neurothrope. That would suck. Night Lords from the perspective of the enemies, but from a starting perspective, maybe Emperor's Children because how perfect they were. I mean, they have aura. They have like the aura of being, you know, your class president. Death Watch has cheater aura. Right. Here. Clutch Daddy, thank you for the prime sub. Funny ass name. Alright, let's go. Put this down, figure it out, and then get my... Oh, look at that. Doubling up. Double prizes. Oh my god, kids, look, they know. They're terrified. They know what's happening. They know how, like, I have aura right now. I have a Purity of Purpose aura. An intimidating aura, if you will. We don't actually have that perk right now. I would just say Chainsaw Axe is better than for Vanguard. They're good for different reasons. I think Block Chainsaw is overall the best, but Power Axe is still very good. The Power Axe is really good tech with the execution build. My tactical prowess on impact. Dude, these whip guys can suck my nuts, dude. This parry bug, fix this shit. having a core mechanic in your game that works like 90% of the time, that's some Skyward Sword shit. Or like the Wiimote they had, like the Wii Motion Plus 10 years ago, 14 years ago. In your opinion, what level would be the best to start out on for someone trying to learn how to true solo? Decapitation is definitely the easiest. Once you know how to fight the Hive Tyrant.
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction efforts as long
The
as
being near them kills you.
We will be your bulwark, Hunters. Rest assured.
Oh yeah, how do you parry the whip guys like second or third attack? One of them feels unparryable. Is that a bug? It's just a bug. It will only let you do it sometimes. It just happens all the time on them in particular.
Where shall I plant this flag? This tide of Xenos is ending.
Busq, thank you for the Prime sub. What do you think they'll add with the Battle Barge expansion today? I thought maybe they'll add Tech Marine Workshop to modify his turret. Maybe. No, it's not. That's a perk thing. Hopefully a training arena.
Stay alert. We fight them. Stop that target from rallying fresh warriors. There will be more foes to overcome. We will see.
Here. Top ORSB Luna Wolves. Orcs stole their drip because they thought they were the toughest.
No Xenos monstrosity.
I mean, I don't really know if just because an orc thinks you're the toughest. I mean, orcs they like tough things, but they're not very smart. Well, they could just be wrong in their, their assessment.
Take heart.
But, I mean, there is also a reason that they had the fucking War Master as their Primarch, so. This year with the Battle Barge, less load screens, please. I don't think that would help load screens. You just have a more boring, There's no way they're ever getting rid of the Battle Barge. Yeah. The HP bugs drive me nuts too, no matter what you shoot or melee is 0 HP back. It's pretty horrific. There's so many horrific bugs in this game. Sigismund equals God tier aura. True. Are you looking forward to the new Warhammer Dawn of War RTS thing? I definitely am. I'll probably play that with Indy
Keep going
and
forward.
Jeff. Alright, let's go
Come
here.
on. We have reached the ambush position.
dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done.
I just go to FGG at the Warhammer store checkout. And they struggling to remember what the hell? What the fuck? There's a Warhammer FGG checkout? News to me. I wish. I understand the announcement, how they announced Dawn of War 4. There's never a Dawn of War 3. I know, it's crazy. They skipped a number.
Enemies are taking a scaling formation.
Alright, let's get these guys.
Hold the line. We will push them back.
The swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
Bang. Okay, that was satisfying. That's not the best reason to use one right there. Total War Warhammer 40k announcement this year? Probably. I have a sneaking suspicion there will be one.
Banner, ready to deploy.
God, look at the absolute minorous authorization we performed here.
Every last Xenos will be enemies on our rear flank.
Same with their event in the beginning of December, yeah. That's when I think we're gonna get the actual announcement. I think that you're right on the money there, Clash 4. That is when the glorious announcement will happen for our beloved Total War Warhammer 40k.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep
Alright,
it
so
up.
this guy. Do you think the NPCs should be using our loadouts to make the leveling grinding easier because they get somewhat carried by NPCs right now? Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, NPCs already make solo a joke, as it stands. Not a joke, like some of the stratagems can be a little hard sometimes, but way, way easier. Easier than playing with players at times. I think that's our intention. I think that's our intention to fix the tech marine thing.
Silence the Tyranids' violence. The Tyranids are attempting to reach our platform.
Right, ammo cache.
Perimeter breached. Ready for close combat.
Grab this.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Our banner awaits us first. Skither to the grave.
Is that it? Is that it, Captain Akron? Can we go home now? Alright, so you're such a good player. I struggled so much to finish Soul Inferno Absolute yesterday. We'll just practice. This game just has a lot of knowledge checks. That's all it is. I'm sure most people play the same at like 3,000 hours, 2,000 hours. Let's go and bomb this. Boom. Let's go. And the only one boss bomb's coming in, but whatever.
Tyranid biosigns down 90% and fallen. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract.
That is the shock build with the power sword. A fun build.
Extraction.
I close to 200 hours. Well, when you get 10 times those, you'll be clearing everything easy peasy. Sometimes. Great. Constant sources of AoE damage in this build. I wonder how much survivability do you lose? I take Conviction. For that very reason, Marple. For that very reason. Because otherwise, you kind of lack survivability on this class. It's quite brutal. Right. What's next here? Let's see what we got, guys. 40,000 melee damage, almost 60,000 damage. Pretty good. On that one, even with just one boss spawn.